Reality. Reality receipts.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Reality Receipts podcast starring me, Storytime with Ricky.
And me, Reality Ashley, and we have a super special episode for you guys today. We got the chance to chat with the iconic, amazing Captain Sandy from Below Deck Med, and we had such a good chat with her. We're going to put it at the end of this episode, but we watched the premiere, which came out last night, so we thought we would give a little recap for our Below Deck Med fans out there because it was a really good episode. So, was this your first time watching this one?
My first time watching Below Deck at all. I heard that Soleil from
Yes.
Love Island Games and Love Island France was on an episode. What was she doing on Below Deck? Did they have like a
I
celebrity version or something like that?
No. I don't think so. Or
Oh,
was she? Because she's been on Love Island before, right?
yeah, Love Island France.
So Celine from Love Island USA Games, the season 2 that we've been currently watching, she was on Below Deck. So there's different versions of Below Deck. So the one that we watched last night is Below Deck Mediterranean. The
Okay.
one Celine was on was just on Below Deck, just the original OG series. And she was a yachty, like she worked on the yacht. So I didn't watch her season, so I don't know what happened, but I know she wasn't very liked. And so
Oh.
apparently it was a lot of drama. I enjoyed her on Love Island Games, but we didn't see a lot of her, so I don't wanna, like, negate that opinion of people because I don't know what she did on the boat, but I know
Yeah.
people were not feeling her on that
Kept
show. So
hearing
I
that.
only know her from Love Island Games, and she was funny, but we didn't see a lot of her, so I don't know.
Yeah, I agree, but I was, pleasantly surprised with Below Deck. It's not, a show that I expected to like, but I see the lore, so if you guys are watching it and you guys want us to continue to watch it, make sure you engage and interact with this video because
Yeah.
that's how we know if you guys want us to watch it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I didn't know that cabin crew just had so much going on. Like, it's Tico. They be doing it and stuff in them little rooms, you guys. Like, it didn't happen on the episode, but when they showed, like, they were showing clips from like other episodes and stuff. I'm like, obviously everyone's young, everyone's hot, but like them beds be little. So I didn't expect like hookups and stuff to be going on. So I definitely see how and why this would be a really interesting show.
Yeah, they hook up and there's, like, multiple people to one of those little rooms. So there's, like, bunk beds and it gets crazy. I used to watch it every season. I don't know why I've never covered it on my pages because I think there's a big Below Deck, like, fan group out there. Like, I know it's a really popular show and I love watching it. So I don't know. I've just never gotten into covering it. So yeah, if you guys are watching it, if you're fans, let us know because we really loved watching it and we'd love to keep talking about it. So keep us posted if you like this one because talking to Captain Sandy was very cool for me just because I've watched her since I think she started on season 2 of Below Deck Med. So she's a staple of the show. She's iconic. Every series has its own little captain. And so Sandy is like one of the most beloved. So I know, like, we joked with her in the interview, like, the wrath of Sandy. She's not really that scary, though, especially when we talked to her today. She's really sweet.
Yeah, she was so sweet. She was so nice. Even on episode 1, I felt like she was so patient and kind to her staff. Like there
Mm.
was a lot going on in episode 1, you guys. Like 2 members had like food poisoning, which I thought that they were full of shit. I'm like, oh my God,
Me
they
too.
just calling off work. Like they just don't want to come. Like I would be so scared to send my boss a text talk about I have food poisoning on the first day. Like, bitch, you fired, don't even come. But I guess they really did have food poisoning. And I know food poisoning can be very quick. It's usually like 24 to 48 hours, but they
Mhm.
they ended up making it. It's like the first episode, it was so much drama. We have a Michelin chef that also likes to cosplay as like a clown who also plays the guitar and who also is very artistic, which I guess food is an art form. There was just like a lot of personalities.
Uh-huh.
And
I
at
thought
first, like it's my first time watching, so I'm like, where's this boat going? Like who's gonna be on the boat? So I didn't know just like rich motherfuckers like sailing the seas. And like this is
yeah.
just what we do for fun.
Right? It is such a cool look at what happens on these yachts because I had no idea either. And all the preference sheets, and they get to like pick their own meals and their themes and what they want, and uh, go on the toys, and it's quite a lifestyle that these people lead. So it's a cool little peek into seeing how they live because I don't think I'll ever end up on one of those boats, but you never know. Maybe as like a
Never
worker.
say never, bitch. We don't know where our life is going. We might be
That's true.
buying one of those boats one day. You never know. Like when they were like, "Are you still getting a boat? What's your budget?" He's like, like 30 million. I'm like, who
Right?
are
Yeah.
these people? Who are these people? First of all, like,
Yeah. The boats are crazy expensive. Like that's a whole other level of like money that these people have. And they do usually have a couple like celebrity guests. Like not big celebrities, but like housewives or like former Bravo stars or like tech people. So sometimes you see people pop up that you have heard of or know, and it's funny because they usually can be a little bit difficult to deal with, of course,
oh,
because you know
okay.
how rich people
Yeah,
are
I
sometimes.
wonder. I wonder how much this costs. Like,
Yeah.
and
Well,
how long they're gone for. Like, how
it's
long are they
usually
sailing the seas?
like for one charter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's usually just a couple of days. So we get new guests every couple of days. So that's really
Okay.
cool. So throughout a season, I think it's maybe like 2 months that they film, maybe a little over that. And then we see multiple guests. So every couple of days, you get new people, which keeps it really exciting. So it's like
Okay.
rotating, not cast, because they're not really cast. The cast stays the same, the yachties stay the same, but the guests change all the time.
Okay.
So and you'll see at the end of each charter, they line up and then they get their well, they have, like, a little meeting and they get their tips, and I think, like, they each get, like, a few grand in tips. That's, like, a lot of money. So, each person, they're tipping them a lot of money, so I can't even imagine what the charter costs. Definitely I was gonna say a few 100,000, but it's probably more
Because the
than that.
guests are tipping, right? The
Yes.
guests are just tipping as a whole. Okay.
Yeah, so at the
Yeah.
end of the charter, they'll give an envelope of, like, 20 grand, so each person gets, like, a little cut of that, so it adds up if you do a whole summer of that for sure.
Yeah, no. Definitely, like, it seems like a lot of work. It seems
Mhm,
like they're really, like, busting their ass, especially
mhm.
the what do you call them? Deckhands that are, like, cleaning the
Yes,
deck and wiping everything down, and oh my
and
god,
the
when that jet ski broke that light, I'm like, "Who pays for that?" Like, you know what like, who owns the boat?
I'm not sure if a company owns it or, like, a specific person because it's a charter, so they're not I guess that would be considered, like, renting it from someone, so
Yeah.
the person that owns it obviously staffs it with and the captain, so, like, no one owns it that's working on it, obviously, and no one
Okay.
owns it that's visiting it, it's, like, probably a company that does it, but
Okay, yeah. Oh
they've
my
had
'cause
some
I actually had a friend who used to work like, she used to actually, this is actually kind of funny. Like, so it's like this super rich guy that has, like, just a few boats in the marina, and they're nice yachts, and
mhm,
she lived on one, because it's, like, full on, like, kitchen, everything,
mhm,
and she lived on one, and she would just kind of clean up the boat before and after every charter, but, like,
yeah,
every time somebody but people would just rent them for a day, not or, like, take them out for a few hours, not
yeah,
necessarily, like, take them out for, like,
yeah.
days and days, but yeah, we've got to hang out on the boat a few times.
That's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, these ones are like short charters, like a couple days, but I know like when they come on and they talk about their experience, some of them have done day charters and some of them have done longer ones. So they all have like a different experience level. So that's why you could see in the episode they were like nervous about V. They didn't think she really had much experience. And when they come on without much experience, it can be a bit of a shit show, as we saw
Well,
in the
we saw
episode.
that. Yeah,
Mhm.
we saw Nathan basically saying that some of the guys don't are not up to par. It's like, you
Yeah.
really have to know what you're doing, like
Yeah, they've had a guy one time, they were, like, putting out one of the I think they call the little boats tenders. He was putting it out, and it's, like, on a rope, and it got, like, tied around his leg and pulled him into the ocean. It was crazy because those things can, like, take your whole arm off, your leg off, so it's, like, a dangerous profession, so we sometimes see things get really dramatic on this show. Did you what it? Because these are new people that I haven't seen. I've seen Aesha, she's a longtime member of Below Deck, so she obviously is close with Captain Sandy. Love seeing them back together. She just got engaged and Captain Sandy got married last year, so they are really good friends, but the other girls are new. I haven't seen them before. So there's V. How do you say the other girl's name? Kissy? Kissy? Kissy. Let's go with Kissy, but
okay.
oh, and Max is back. So if you've watched before, Max was on season 8. He wanted to quit. Captain Sandy has given him another chance, and she had only great things to say. You'll hear in the interview. She says he's really turned it around and he's great this season, but he did call Kissy a human dildo. Did you hear that?
Y I didn't get yeah, I did hear it,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Well, I don't think he would I don't think
I've never heard that.
related right, because what?
He's French, right? He's French, and I think the translation was off because I don't feel like that's what he was trying to say, but he did say she looks like a human dildo. So, anyways, that's Max. I don't know what he was trying to go for there, but
Like, you like dildos? Because he was speaking her into her in, like, a very positive way, like, I think trying to say, like, she's hot.
yeah.
Maybe like a walking sex toy is what he meant. But do
Uh,
you use dildos, like, as sex toys for yourself? Because
maybe
it
he was
just
trying to say it
he
like
was definitely trying to
erection?
say it as a compliment, right? Like,
Yes.
she's hot, she's tempting,
Maybe he meant
so maybe
blow
he
up
finds
doll?
dildos tempting.
Yeah. We need to talk to Max eventually about this because I don't know what he was going for, but the part
Or
V was
maybe
explaining
he meant exactly what he said.
maybe.
Walking
It's
dildo,
a
not
French thing. If we
tempting.
still have any French listeners, please let us know what human dildo means because we we're lost. So, um, V was talking about losing her boyfriend 11 months ago. He passed away, which was so sad, and
So
the
sad.
girls were a little awkward about it, which I get. Sometimes I can be like that too, where you're like, it's so serious that you laugh, but it was a little uncomfortable. Or did you think, no?
No, it was really sad, but I feel like the way she presented it was awkward, like, she was
Yes.
kind of laughing about it, and she was kind of like, "Oh, yeah, like, technically I'm single because, yeah, my boyfriend, drowned."
Yeah.
Like, so I feel like because she approached it so lighthearted, they thought that they could respond in that way, and I think
Mhm.
she didn't wanna make it a super sad moment because she didn't wanna cry, but I think I don't know that I would be on the water or how she
No,
could be on the water because it looked like from their pictures, like, that they were, like,
that was
really
their
in
thing.
love. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she sounded like that was her soulmate, basically. I think I like dark humor, and I think there's a good place for it. It was just I think it was awkward because it's the first time she's telling these girls the story, right? And I think they were, like, not sure if she was serious or not, and that's why they
Right,
were laughing because 'cause they're like, "What's happening here?" So,
right.
I know she was on Watch What Happens Live last night. I didn't watch it, but she talked about it more, so sometimes people cope that way, right, with, like, humor, but we did see Kissy then talk about her boss dying last year and was laughing about that too, so I'm like, This is morbid a little bit."
Right, right. So when she was like, "He died, and so we just got to basically charter and live on a boat for free."
Right?
Why were y'all still working if he died? Like, I'm so confused, I need more, to the story, like, did he die on
Right?
was he just there? Like,
Yeah.
what
You would
happened?
think if you pass away, you have someone in charge of your affairs, like
And
your
the charter's
yacht.
over, right? Like, the
Yes, like,
charter
let's
would be
dock the
over
boat.
once you die. Like, that's kind of like the
I'd
end
be
of
like,
it, you know?
let's yeah, like, let's dock the boat and send the crew home. Let's not pay for them to have a little vacation all summer. Although maybe that was his wishes, right? If you have a lot of money, that was maybe nothing. Like, maybe he liked his crew and he was like, have a summer on me as my parting wish. She didn't really explain what happened. He might have been very old and I don't know. But she was laughing about it. So I'm like, all right, everybody's dying on the show. So
Lot of death talk.
yes, just kind of like the first episode, they don't really get into a charter. It's more about like setting up the boat. And then we kind of get into the charter at the end. So it hasn't even gotten to like the crazy part yet. This is just the setup. So two members were down with food poisoning, missed a day, which leaves a lot of work for the other people, but they pulled it together, sort of.
Yeah. And it looks like a very strenuous job, not gonna lie. The chef, I'm
Yeah.
surprised the chef doesn't have, like, a help or anybody
Yeah,
to
like a sous chef.
lean
I
on.
think because it's such a small kitchen, they just have to, like, keep the staff to a minimum. His food looked really good because some of the seasons I've watched, the chef situation has been rough. They've had ones that make, like, Caesar salad and chicken, and, like, this guy is Michelin trained. What did he make? Like, lamb chops or
I
something?
mean,
And
lamb chops, I don't even like lamb, and I was like, "Ooh, I want one."
he had really nice looking foods. It's fun to watch. It's like, a peek into all this luxury, but then you're also seeing it from the point of view of the crew. So it's the messy drama too. And
Yeah.
they get days off. And so like the cameras follow them into the city, they go clubbing. We go for
Okay.
dinner. Yeah, so
Okay. Yeah, no, it
there's
seems like a nice mix of mess and fun and young hot people and luxury and, it just seems like a well-rounded can of drama and fun.
yeah, and Sandy's there to keep everybody in check. Well, she tries, but that's a
Yeah.
lot to control. So I'm excited. Now that we watched the first episode, I'm like, I want to keep watching it. We watch on Hayu because that's how I can get it in Canada. It's streaming on Hayu on Mondays. So definitely check it out. Let us know if you're going to keep watching, and we'll keep watching it with you guys because it is really good.
Yes. And
Any
make
other
sure you guys check out our Captain Sandy interview coming up right now.
Yes, thanks, guys. Hey, guys, welcome back to the Reality Receipts podcast. It's me and Ricky, and we are here to talk to the iconic, amazing Captain Sandy. Season 10 of Below Deck Mediterranean premiered last night. So we loved it. We watched it. It was so good. Thanks for chatting with us today. We're so excited to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
You're
we're
in
so
Canada, right? Are you in Canada?
We yes, I'm in Canada. So yeah, Hayu is our go-to in Canada, which it's so nice that they have all of these amazing shows
Yeah.
for us. So this was your first season as a married woman, and obviously it was in Barcelona, which you said kind of feels like home because you lived there for 4 years. So what was your vibe going into the season? Did it have a different feeling or was it same as usual?
Oh, absolutely. I was
Yeah.
going home,
Yeah.
because that's where I lived for 4 years in my early part of my career, which really kind of seeded me in the whole European lifestyle. Spain is an epic. Like to be there and to film on that coastline, which was challenging because boats don't really charter outside of Barcelona. They go to Barcelona, but then they go
Mhm.
somewhere else. But we managed to make it happen, which was incredible. And it was during the America's Cup, hence the shirt. That's America's Cup.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
it was incredible watching all these boats. It was so festive and lively. Barcelona already is. It's a
Mhm.
livable city. It's uh, people from all walks of life, different places come to Barcelona with all the art history, the culture, the food. It's incredible. And I was so happy to be there.
Yeah. It's
Nice.
definitely on my list of places to go. I haven't been, but it is on my bucket list. So
Beautiful.
we did see that Max is back. What convinced you to give him another shot?
Well, Max is I can't wait for you to watch the season and see who Max from the first time we were together to now. I think the viewers are going to be like, wow. It's going to blow their mind, in
Mhm.
my opinion. Blew mine, to be honest. Max is a great guy. He's a fun personality, like
Mhm.
it's to think about your first language is French, so you have to translate everything from English to understand and then relay that. Takes a lot. I think
Mhm.
Max did a great job, and
Mhm.
he made me laugh, and he cares, and he wanted to be there, so why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, people can grow and change as they age,
That's
right? So
right.
I think that's so nice of you to see that and that someone deserves a second
Yes.
opportunity. So we're excited to see him this season.
Yeah.
And obviously, someone else we're excited to see was you and Aesha reunited. The viewers love to see you guys together. And she obviously just got engaged. Well, not so recently, but a little while ago. Did
Yep.
you have any wedding planning advice for her? Did you guys talk about that at all this season?
Well, we talked about where she was having it, which is her country, and how we're all going to get there. So she has it,
Yeah.
I think her best friends involved, and which rightfully so. Like the people who grew up with Aisha are part
Hmm.
of that. And she's so happy, and she's exactly what you see on camera is who she is in person. She's so
Hmm.
kind. She's one of the most gentle, kind people I've ever met.
Yeah,
She
I
really
feel like
is.
we can see that on
Yeah.
screen, and so it's so cool to hear someone is
Yeah.
the same way off camera and on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Chef Josh because he's interesting. He's got a lot of really cool hobbies. We've seen him like dressed as a clown in one scene. I just have to know, do you have like a fear of clowns? Because I have a fear of
Yes, of course. All those movies, you know what I mean? You're like, clown. Okay. Anyway,
Mhm.
he's great. He has a great personality. Yeah, I mean, it's so interesting because every season you come back on board, you think, oh my gosh, who am I gonna meet now? And
Right.
where, what's their character like? And he's cool. He's really
Okay.
cool.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because my follow-up was going to be like, we heard you say like he's going to do great. So I was wondering if that aged well. He looked like he was struggling in that kitchen a little bit, but
Yeah.
not be overwhelmed.
Listen, I think they all
Yeah.
struggle. I think in the beginning,
Mhm.
it's a lot when you're walking in and you've never done this before,
Yeah.
especially with cameras on you. You're walking in and
Yeah.
you go, oh my God, I really got to do this. It isn't
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
it's like all your mistakes are going to be highlighted.
Yeah.
That sucks. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That is not fun. So
Yes.
yeah, pressure. I think he
Yeah.
managed it well.
Yeah. I wanted to
Yeah.
try some of those honey lamb chops. I was like, ooh, this looks, this food looks amazing. So yeah, he
Yeah.
looks like he's
So
doing
good.
great.
Yes, being Michelin trained, like you can tell he really had some fancy food going on there.
Yeah.
Someone else we saw returning was Nathan as a Boaston. Did you have full confidence in him in that role? Were you excited or were you a little nervous? Obviously, it started a bit rocky with the food poisoning, which not really something he can control, but were you nervous to have him on or did you think he could handle that role well?
Nathan, Nathan's great on deck. Period. I witnessed that. That's
Hmm.
excuse me, that's why I made him my bow guy the last season.
Hmm.
He's great at line handling. Let's see how well he gives direction. Clearly you saw in the
Yeah.
trailer, kind of like say, get your
Yeah.
shit together. I think when you have qualities, I hire for character, right? In the real world of yachting. If you have great character, which Nathan does, he has a great reset button. I love that. You just hit reset. Thank you.
Hmm.
And he resets. Also, he admits when he messes up. He doesn't try to sugarcoat it. He's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I did that." He leans into it, and that's an excellent quality. Now, the other skill set will come. It just takes some direction. And I would
Hmm.
rather have the character over the skill set because you can always learn
Yeah.
the skill set. Well, hopefully.
Yeah. So true.
Okay, so we seen you on episode 1. You had to step in a little bit when it came to those jet skis. We had a light being smashed. That thing was waving all over the place. I was like,
Oh yeah.
oh goodness. So do you mind
Yeah.
having to step in from time to time? Are you okay with that? Or does it bother you at all? Or like how do you handle those situations where you have to just step in and do some
Yeah.
of the heavy lifting quite literally?
Yeah, I'm part of the team. So we're there to make the experience great for the client. So we're all together in this. I don't look at it like I'm stepping in. I'm looking at it like, hey, they need assistance. I'm going to give them assistance. We
Mhm.
were on a very rocky coastline. That is not Nathan's fault. Uh,
Mhm.
that's a big tender swinging in the air. And when the boat starts swinging, the tender gets momentum, and that momentum is so hard to stop. And
Mhm.
well, there went our nav light.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, yes,
Guess what?
thank
The good news is we get it fixed.
Okay. Okay.
yes, it's a fixable problem, so that's good. Obviously we saw you mention the wrath of Sandy. Did anybody this season have to face that or was it pretty smooth sailing? Obviously we saw a bit in the trailer, it gets a little rocky, but did anyone face the wrath of Sandy?
No. And you know what the wrath
Oh,
is?
good.
It's just It is just saying get your shit together.
Mm.
Yes.
Because when I use the swear words, that's when I'm getting angry.
Yeah.
Otherwise I'm like, you need to focus more in this area. And then that wrath comes from when I get mad. And then
Hmm.
it's not good for them. It's not a good thing.
No.
When they
Sometimes it's
get this
needed though,
away,
right?
it's a problem for me. I want to walk through life like this. Just let me
Yes.
know all day long. Just do your job. And if you don't know how, ask me because I'll help you.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you know,
Yeah.
Okay, so Sandy, you are so iconic. You have been the main topic of another show this season. I'm not sure if you're aware, but on the Real Housewives of Miami, it has been an ongoing topic of conversation. Let's settle
Yeah.
this once and for all. Why wasn't Guerdy invited to the dinner?
I have no.
Or was
So
she?
I honestly, I had my friends there. So
Hmm.
what am I going to kick my friends away? That
No.
came on board like my intimate friends. I'm not,
Yes.
no, there's only so much room at a table.
Okay.
pull up
Yeah.
a chair, like just pull a chair up. Like we're cool with that. You know, I don't want anyone left out. Everybody can
Mhm.
go. Ask Leah. She goes, "Oh my God, who you inviting now?"
So she was
Yeah,
invited. That's good to know. They could have just said that. She could have just came and pulled up a chair.
absolutely. Yes, and
Love
if,
it.
you know, if there was an issue of pulling up a chair, it'd be like, you know what, let's meet up later. I would have said
Yeah.
that. Because I've learned after being on television, you know how many people just come and sit at our table and aren't
Yes.
invited? A lot. I've learned to stand up and walk over and say, hey, let's go say hi to your friends at the table and get them
Oh,
to the
that's smart.
table. Yeah, so for
Yeah.
me, it was like, just pull a chair up. You're not left out. It's just there's no room. But hey, we could squeeze
Yeah.
in. I don't care. The more the
Yeah,
merrier.
we had a feeling it was most likely some kind of miscommunication between Julia and Guerdy and nothing to do with you, yet somehow they were just dragging your name into it. So thank you for clearing that
Yeah.
up. We
And
just
I've
have,
known Julia and Martina from way before this. So
oh, okay. So like
yeah, we hung
longtime
out
friends.
years ago.
Nice. Well, we just have one final question for you. What are you most excited for the viewers to see this season? Can you give us like a little tease of any big things coming up that you are excited to watch?
Barcelona. I'm
Yeah.
excited for them to see Barcelona. Obviously, the crew and below deck. Every time you know, I see for the first time, just like the fans do, what the crew do below deck. Because I try to stay, I don't try to go down there. I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I don't want to know. You know what I mean? Just keep it down there.
Yes.
But the other part is the America's Cup. A lot's happening in Barcelona, the art history, Sagrada Familia. You have all these beautiful places, the cathedral, Gaudi. You know,
Hmm.
it's just incredible. And
Yeah.
I love that city. I know that city like the back of my hand, which is really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we're excited to watch it. I've never been either, and it looks gorgeous. So we're excited that the season's going to highlight one of your favorite cities. So we can't wait to watch.
And
And
the Olympics, you know, they hosted the Olympics, remember? Many years
yes,
ago?
yeah, it looks like such a beautiful place and an
Yeah,
exciting city. So a great backdrop for this
yeah.
show. So Below Deck Mediterranean is streaming on Hayu. The premiere's out now, so go watch it. And we're so thankful to you, Captain Sandy, for being here with us today. We really enjoyed our chat. So thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you for having me. I love
Of
Canada
course.
and I love Hey You.